Welcome back to NBA Today. We have a very special guest joining us on set now, the commissioner, the architect of this in-season tournament, Adam Silver. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us here.
Thank you. I didn't put on any sunscreen, so this better be a pretty quick interview.
We're going to do it quickly.
I burn easily.
JJ had to put on sunglasses to make sure he had that spot before you. I'm a little bit more protected, but we'll try to make this quick for you, Commissioner.
No.
I want to use my colleague Michael Wilbon's words. This in-season tournament has been so much fun. It has been really a bullseye. It's been such a success. But from the first to the second year of the play-in even, we saw some adjustments, some tweaks being made. What have you loved, and what could we see maybe be adjusted as the tournament evolves?
I've loved the enthusiasm from the players and the teams. By far and away, that's been the best part. You know, certainly we saw it even with the home crowd in Indiana. We've seen it with the teams, even saw it with LeBron. Steph early on embraced it. Coaches have embraced it. That's what I've loved, and I've always felt when people have asked me how will you know it's successful, it's great that the ratings are up, it's great that the attendance is up, but if we hadn't had that buy-in, I would have been really worried, and it came faster than we thought it would. I think what we have to go back to the drawing board on potentially, or at least think about, the score differential issues for the tiebreakers. I know you know that comes from international competition. That's something that's been used in the Olympics and Basketball World Cup for a long time. And so whether or not that's going to work over time, we'll see. It may be if an American audience is going to feel it's poor sportsmanship to run up the score, we have to deal with that, whether or not the international players were familiar with it. I think even as fantastic as it is to be here in Las Vegas, the NBA generally is used to home crowds and not neutral sites. So, I think we're fortunate that there's so much enthusiasm this first time around, but that's something we'll continue to look at as well.
Do you think if a team were to come to Vegas, will this continue to move around, or will it be like All-Star, or will it still continue in Vegas?
So we'll see. It's been a great place to start. To the same point, whether it stays in Vegas or moves around, or frankly stays in home arenas. Part of the problem with home arenas, the part that people aren't talking as much about, which has been a bit of more of a headache for the league office, is once we got past pool play, then you had the knockout round.
Yeah.
Those teams that didn't advance then we have to complete their regular season schedule. And so everyone's cooperating, everyone's going great, realize there's something here for the greater good, but scheduling games at the last minute, it's not great for hometown fans.
Sure.
Those are some of the things we have to work through. I think logistically, if we could figure out how to keep things in home arenas where people are used to that enthusiasm, that six-man advantage, that's pretty great too. So all things that we got to look at. Don't want to take anything away from this great start.
Sure.
But this is something we want to make a fixture in the league, so we're open to making changes.
Absolutely. And while we have you here for the in-season tournament and the celebration of the success that it's been, I do want to ask you about news around the association as well. Josh Giddey, he's currently being investigated by both the NBA, the league, and the Newport Beach police for an alleged improper relationship with an underage girl. I wanted to ask you where that investigation stands and why the decision was made that he could continue to play for OKC while both of those investigations were going on.
I think if you look back, I can't think of many circumstances where we've suspended a player based on an allegation alone. And in this case, so we have an allegation, and then you have a police investigation and a parallel league investigation. I'd always also add that where there is a criminal investigation, we take a back seat. And so you have an allegation, you have an ongoing criminal investigation. That impacts how the players and the Players Association can work with us because, of course, the player needs to protect his rights. So I'm not going to say never ever, but I think this is the path we've consistently followed in the path. There's an ongoing criminal investigation. Newport Police opened up that investigation, notified us. We then take a back seat. And that's where things currently stand.
Thank you so much, Adam, and thank you for taking a little bit of time with us here on NBA Today. You said quick. We'll make sure to get to a baseball cap next time. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.